How's it going, guys? Yeah, this is Quinton, the gun guy, and this is Unpopular Opinion. But the vibe is very different this time. It's more of a somber feel. As you know, especially if you are in South Africa. Yeah, there was a new proposed bill for the FCA, for the Firearm Controls Act. So they're trying to push some changes. And it feels like I just need to say something. I haven't watched any videos on it. I haven't watched or looked at any blogs about it or any posts, anything like that. On purpose, I've stayed away from everyone's opinion about it. And doing so, I try to form my own opinion about it, and mulling things over in my head. And it's not an easy thing to deal with. Just standing here, it is quite hard. Having gun guy in my name implies that I need a firearm. And this feels like control. As I stated in previous videos of mine, the main thing about making laws is to be sociable. That's where laws come from. So if you aren't hurting anyone, then you can just basically carry on doing what you're doing. If you aren't hurting anyone in various ways, so I'm a firm believer in you can do what you want to, and I'm going to do what I want to, and I don't like people telling me if I can't do something without any logical explanation. And this is one of those cases where there's just no logic behind it. It's not about protecting people, protecting the general public. It's about control. It's about the state showing you that they have control over you. It's all it is. I thought there might be something like this coming. With the US, I do have quite a few subscribers from the US. Good luck to you guys there. There's a big push for firearms control, especially pushing the assault weapons ban again. Assault weapon, I freaking hate that name. But anyway, so I thought that that's going to trickle down to South Africa again, because our politicians, for some reason, if they see that something isn't working in a first world country, then they try to apply it here. I saw the same thing happen with the aviation sector. Certain key players in the Civil Aviation Authority of South Africa, the SACAA, making moves, doing changes that works in a specific first world country, and that's currently killing aviation in South Africa. Unfortunately, things work different in a third world country. That's just how things are. As long as I think you work under the International Civil Aviation Authority, under their rules, and then under South African rules, then that's cool. But yeah, going off topic. This is the same thing. Pushing a first world. Yeah, I can't even say it's just a first world thing, because in a lot of first world countries, they aren't even doing stupid things like this. But the thing about this is that firearms in itself, let's start at the top of it, about the self-defense, or using a firearm, or being able to motivate having a firearm for self-defense. A firearm is just a tool. I did a video about this a while ago as well. A firearm is just a tool, like a hammer is, like a knife is, like a shovel is. It's just a tool for a job. And then in this case, if using it as a self-protection device, then that's its job. All it is, it's a force multiplier. Now let's take myself as an example. I've been doing martial arts for most of my life. I'm a fit guy. I train martial arts at least 3 to 4 times a week. Train with my weapons. I've done multiple self-defense courses, multiple firearm self-defense courses. So I would say that I'm fairly capable of protecting myself. So I'm best case scenario for this application as a civilian. If there's going to be one attacker, I'm confident in I should be able to handle this one attacker. If there's going to be 2 attackers, I'm less confident. Now this is taking weapons out of the equation, just person to person. If there's going to be 2 attackers, I'm a lot less confident in my abilities to get out of this situation safely once it goes violent. Now this is me, a guy, early 30s, fit, loads of experience. That's best case scenario. Imagine a lady in the same situation, more on the passive side, doesn't like conflict, doesn't like martial arts. Do you think that's going to go the same way? Imagine an older person. There are countries like Australia that banned weapons outright, and what happened? Assaults and robberies on older people went through the roof. They're just not as capable of defending themselves against an attacker. So that's one side of the self-defense thing. Now, being a force multiplier, you come across other firearms being used for assault purposes. Now, these firearms aren't really coming from civilian hands. I've got a very close family that's been directly impacted by crime, by violent crime, with firearms. And they said you can see that it's police firearms. It's Z88 police firearms that was used in those robberies. Yeah, we read about it all the time. Police issued, military issued R5s, pistols being used in cash and transit heists, being used in robberies, hijackings. That's not our firearms being the problem. That's the state's firearms being the problem. Now, if they push this bill through, then they're taking away all private firearms. Now, I know that's not what this bill says, but the thing about having your rights taken away, it's like rust. It starts off not too bad, just a bit of surface rust. We can deal with that later, or we can just ignore it, and it just gets more and more and more. It just eats away at the metal until there's nothing left. Now, your rights are like that. If you start giving away rights and complying and going, well, I don't really want to give this up, but yeah, you can get this just to get everyone happy. They don't stop. It doesn't stop there. They tried to push this bill through a couple of years ago. Basically the same thing, just here and there some changes. And it's coming again if they aren't going to be successful with this. But each time, they just want to get one thing on their list, and they're just going to keep on going and going and going. So I say you need to fight this outright. Yeah, there's just no excuse for it. So that's on the self-defense side. Part of this bill makes sports shooting a lot more difficult. I'm an avid sports shooter. I've competed regionally. I've competed provincially. Avid sports shooter with handguns, with rifles, with shotguns, clay pigeon shooting. Yeah, I've competed in basically most disciplines out there, and that's going to kill that whole industry. A lot of my friends and people I know very well, especially through the channel as well, but in my private life, I've come to know a lot of people, and this is a direct influence on their livelihood. They are going to lose money. They are probably going to have to pull out of the industry if this build goes ahead. Yeah, so this isn't a really nice video to make. As you know, all of the Unpopular Opinion videos are unscripted. It's just me talking my heart out. And this is one of those things that I think we need to stop evil. Evil aunts, yeah. How can I say this politely? Evil doesn't always come at you head on. It's not always as obvious as a wolf attacking the sheep. Sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes the wolf is doing the stalk and it's coming closer, and the sheepdogs are saying, there's a wolf, watch out, things are gonna go bad, you need to stop that wolf. You can't just stand by and say, well, that's not my problem, my bit of the firearms industry is still safe. So yeah guys, I do recommend that you sign petitions, get involved, maybe donate to your organization that is going to put up a fight. Yeah, and I think we need to resist this as much as possible. The time of being a nice guy is over. They're not being nice to us. They want to take away your rights. Your rights that you aren't hurting anyone. How many legal firearm owners are committing crimes with those firearms? I'm gonna make a fairly safe bet and say none of them. It's such a mission to get a firearm in South Africa. The training that you have to go through, the legal hoops that you have to jump through, just the financial cost of it. It's not a cheap process. You need to go through training and motivations and all sorts just to try and get your firearm. Now, to put that in jeopardy just to make a couple of bucks, I can basically guarantee no legal firearm owner is going to do that. All the crimes are committed by firearms that's illegal. Now, a lot of these crimes are perpetrated by people that's done crimes before, so they can't legally own a firearm. How are they going to get a firearm? Illegal route. Yeah, but anyway guys, I can't really say that. Hope you guys enjoy this video, because it's not a nice video for me to make either. I always like to sit on something before I react. That's why I'm a bit late to the party. I never like a knee-jerk reaction, because that's usually not a good way to approach a problem. It's best to mull it over and then get your thoughts in order. But yeah, good luck out there guys, and good luck to my viewers in America. We are feeling the fight as well, and yeah, stand up for your rights, stand up for what's good in the world, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.